Hello friends, happy Friday, unless you're watching this on Monday or Tuesday or some other day, in which case happy that day. I hope that you have watched the first meal planning video and that you found it useful, as here comes part 2, which is just a continuation. So to recap, the first video was all about making the list, like putting in that time to make the list and make it organized so that you can just fly through meal planning without having to think up what to eat. You just go through and pick through the list. So today I want to talk about what is my next step with it. I mentioned putting the page numbers and what book it came out of on the list. So that's where this comes in handy, because once you've made up your meal planning calendar, whether it's weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, however you need to and choose to do it for your family, you go to each recipe because you have the page number, so that takes out a lot of the time as far as trying to find that recipe, looking it up in the index in the back of the book. You just have that on hand in front of you. Go to that recipe, and then you see all the ingredients that you need. So typically when I'm meal planning, I'll make 2 lists. So the grocery list of things that I know that I need, like things that I know I have run out of, things that maybe I only buy for certain recipes, so I know I don't have them on hand regularly in bulk. Even like produce and stuff, obviously I'm gonna need to buy that every week or bi-weekly, however I do it. But I make a list of things that I know that I need. But then there's other things that I'm like, maybe I have that in the freezer, maybe it's in the pantry, I'm not sure, I can't remember. Especially like spices, did I run out of garlic powder last week or not? I can't remember. So I'll make a list of those things, especially things that add up with Trim Healthy Mama recipes, like eggs are often incorporated, egg whites even. Heavy whipping cream, I'll actually go through and write down, okay, this recipe needs 2 eggs. So I have like an egg line and then to say 2 and then plus 3, plus 8, like whatever I need for the different recipes. So that way I'm not keeping track of it in my head, and I can look and see what I have in the refrigerator before I put the amount that I need on the list. So I had those 2 lists going at the same time. 1, I know I need it. 2, let's check on it. And then I'm not also getting up from the table meal planning constantly to check on things. I just write it down on the list, and then I get up and do one big check. Check the freezer, check the pantry, the cabinets, the refrigerator, all that kind of stuff. So I make those 2 lists, and then I obviously transfer the things that I do need onto my must-get list, and then my other list, I'm obviously crossing out things that I actually do have on hand that I don't need. So it makes grocery planning a little bit faster that way. And I meal plan a month in advance, like I said in the last video, but I grocery shop twice a month. My husband gets paid on the 1st and the 15th, so that's when I do my planning. As far as grocery shopping, I grocery shop for the 1st through the 14th and the 15th through the end of the month. So, and sometimes there's things that come up, like a birthday party that I didn't know about, or dinner with company who lets us know the night before that they're coming through town and they want to meet up. So my meal planning, halfway through the month will obviously change some, because as those things come up, and inevitably something always comes up no matter how well I plan, and I will just kind of sometimes have to end up rolling over a recipe that I didn't get to the previous month. So it actually saves me from having to buy something for the next month because I already have it from that first half of the month. So be flexible. That's another good tip with meal planning. Be flexible, because things change and it's okay. As long as you're prepared as things change, it's okay. So grocery shopping. I do it through Walmart pickup because it's easier with 2 little kids. I don't dread it. I don't put it off this way. And it saves us quite a bit of money too, because I'm not seeing things as I go through the store and picking them up off the shelf, things that I don't need. Like I mentioned in the last video as well, we are a very budget-based family. We have been through Financial Peace University with Dave Ramsey. We are debt-free except for our house. So, we are definitely sticklers to the budget. When it comes to grocery shopping, it's just easier for me to do it online through pickup. I don't know if you've used that service. If you have it close to you, it is incredible. I actually know somebody that travels an hour and a half each way just to go pick up her groceries at Walmart and come back, because it's that easy, especially when you have lots of kids, little kids. It simplifies it so much, and it's completely free to do it, so why not? So I will get all of my stuff for half the month in that grocery order. When I come home, I don't put off organizing it. I do it right away, because I know I'm gonna get to, the day that I need something and not, didn't organize it where it needed to go, and it's either gone bad in the refrigerator because I didn't put it in the freezer, or it's not thawed in the refrigerator because I did put it in the freezer. So I organize it right away. I look at the calendar, since I've already meal planned, look at the calendar and I know, okay, I'm not gonna use this in the next few days, so in the freezer it goes. Or, I bought the big thing of chicken, and I need 3 pounds for this recipe and 1.5 pounds for this recipe, and this one needs to be diced. And so I try to go ahead and do it. I try to cut it up and divide it up how it needs to be. I have a food saver, so I can vacuum seal it. But even just Ziploc bags, if you're using it within that next couple of weeks, that's going to be fine as well. But I try to just make it easier on myself. Like I said, I try to put in that work up front. I mentioned it a lot in the last video, putting that work up front, just to make my life a little bit easier as the month goes on, because things get crazy, and I don't want to feel like I'm dreading cooking something, because I know I have to dice the chicken, or I know I have to prepare something that I'm just dreading. And so I try to take that out of my meal planning and my meal preparation, and just make it a little bit easier on myself. It's all about making it easier on yourself. So those are just a couple of quick tips for part 2 of this, the continuation of what I do after the meal plan is in place to the grocery shopping, to bringing it home and getting it prepped for meals. So hopefully that helps. And I will hopefully be back with another tip in a week or so. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, whatever day it is, and I will talk to you later. Bye.